Hey, Scott and Bart here with Scotch Test Dummies. Brand new Elijah Craig 18 year.
Brand new, brand new.
It's a single barrel. It's 18 years. It's a bourbon.
And it's should be smooth. And we're gonna test it! Run it off the rails voice style.
18-year-old smooth style.
Ooh, baby.
All right, so a couple weeks ago, I got the bottle one day, sat down, quickly shot it, got a video up of it, kind of a crack the seal, first impression type video. Me and those first thoughts when it was first opened. So, sit down with Bart here.
Yeah.
And he's pouring light.
Just for me.
He's driving somewhere.
No, you know my deal. When I drink too late at night, it kind of gets me.
Coin 446, by the way.
I have 450. Almost said 8, but it's
450?
a 0. Yeah, 450. 450.
Okay, so I've had this. You haven't. Now, in the past, we've had a sample of this. It's 18 years old. It's a bourbon.
We love Elijah Craig.
Yep.
It's not the ECBP, so the proof is not as high.
45%.
Yep, 45%. It's bottled 12.5 of 19, barrel 4849. And, of course, it is 18 years. I'm a big fan of the Elijah Craig. I've got an old 12-year of theirs that used to sit over there. I moved things around. Now it's over there. And I love their 12-year. I do remember the sample of the 18. I remember it subtler and smoother is how I remember it.
Mm-hmm. The nose, to me, it's good bourbon notes here. Cinnamons. Caramels.
Get a touch of apple, sweet apple.
I got scolded in a comment for saying caramel.
Really?
Yeah, or pronouncing it caramel instead of caramel.
No, legally it can be caramel or caramel. Yeah, I know Hans and I got into that once because he always called it caramel. Caramel sounds fancier.
I think I use both. It just depends on the setting.
Usually say caramel.
Sometimes caramel. Yeah.
If I want to fancy up, I say caramel.
Caramel.
You got to whisper. Caramel.
Cinnamons, oak, vanillas.
I have a little more oak here than I'm used to with an Elijah Craig.
Well, I think it noses that it's a little bit more aged.
Yes. Little pepper,
a little bit more cask influence going on the nose. Very rich, very nice, very sweet. Almost some fruits on the nose as well.
A little more astringent than I thought it would be. Dry. Ooh, popcorn, mid palate. And then it's a caramel or caramel, cotton candy.
The sweetness gets me right off the bat. Before I even swallowed, I could tell there was some sweetness in here. I get some fruits on this that I don't get in younger bourbons, on top of the caramels, the vanillas, the cinnamons.
It's a little more astringent than I thought it was going to be. Because the normal single barrel, which has got it's no age statement currently. It used to be 12 years.
Well, it's small batch. It's not single barrel.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. Did I say single barrel?
Yeah. This one is
single barrel. Small batch. It comes off sweeter and not as dry as this.
There's a little bit of astringency here. A lot of people think this is 18 is pushing it. To me, this one is perfect. I love this. There's a little bit of astringency there, but the 18 years, the mouthfeel on this, it's really penetrating. The finish is still going on, even at 45%. I wish it was a little bit higher, but
I get buttered popcorn kind of in the finish as well. A little bit more oak than I prefer.
A little bit more oak than I prefer.
You know, I'm not into like a heavily oaked. Some people love it. I don't.
Well, no, I'm glad you're saying it's a little bit more. I've had the 12-year Knob Creek. To me, was oakier. And then I've got even a single barrel, store pick Knob Creek that I think is 14 years that has even more oak influence than this.
Now, I wouldn't say it's a heavy oak.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
For 18 years, there was less oak impact here than I thought, or oak notes. The bourbon cask, or the oak cask for the bourbon, it's really paid off. There's so much. There's the caramels, the sweets, the cinnamons, the vanillas. Other fruits that I get as well on this, the sweetness, honeys, a little bit of, there's a little bit of chewing tobacco in there.
Wow, I'm not getting all that. I mostly get a buttered popcorn on the finish.
I would agree. Yeah, there's some buttered popcorn. Now, the only thing is, it is a single barrel, so there are some differences. Some people have some of these, I think they do come off maybe a little bit more oakiness. But this particular barrel for an 18-year, I think, did marvelous. I'm really impressed with this. I'd already scored it on my single.
On your doodle buddy?
Single review.
88 for me.
And that's better than I thought.
Okay. The caramel hangs around. I love the buttered popcorns. Well, there you go. All right.
Okay, so like I say, there are some differences. Jason Maschendrum just did one. It was a different barrel. I think he had 4832 or something like that. He wasn't as impressed with his, and like I say, I think some of the single barrel influence is paying off here. This barrel happens to be a good one. To me, it's not as astringent, as oak influenced as I thought it would be. When I first bought it, I thought this will be an 82 or an 83 for Bart. Just thinking, Elijah Craig, 18-year-old, is going to be oaky. It's going to be older. This particular barrel, I think, hasn't gone that way. Another year, maybe it would.
Sure, I would agree.
I really feel the bourbon, the rich bourbon notes of this one are there.
Yeah.
It's paid off.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, we've had some 12, 13, 14-year-olds that have shown the oak more than this 18-year-old.
Yeah, so with bourbons, I lean toward a high rye bourbon. So more of what I think is rye, and I think I'm picking up a little bit of pepper in the finish here too. Elijah Craig, at least for my flavor palette, I don't know exactly what the mash bill is, but it feels to me like it's got a little bit more rye in it. I love their small batch. So affordable, so good. Of course, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is my bottle of wow. This is good. I can feel those oak influences coming in, a little higher than I would normally like. Love the buttered popcorn at the finish.
Is it over the top, though, as far as the oak goes? Some things get over oaked, and that's where you've scored some like an 82 and 83.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, this one's not over oaked. A little
oak
bit of
will
oak
turn me off. Some people love the oak.
I do. I don't mind it.
For me, it's like I've got a piece of wood chip. Not this, but sometimes when I say it's over oaked for me, my palate. I'm not a big fan of strong wood oak flavors. So, I probably, if I was going to buy something, it'd be the ECBP, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and then it'd be the small batch. And then if I ever find, or if someone out there finds and doesn't want the old 12-year small batch, my God, I like that. Whiskey Scout found this 1.75, and he goes, I'm getting one for myself. I'm like, please, I'll pay for the other one.
It's got 12 on the back.
Yeah, and man, I think it might have a 12 on the front.
Now, so this is Elijah Craig. It is a rye mash bill. The other night, there was just one time on the finish, very slight rye came in.
Small batch. And this one, I kept hitting it for a while, but I was like, I got to stop. There
that's
is no more of this.
That's 47%. Why wouldn't this be 4? Make this 47, Elijah Craig.
Yeah. So this goes back, though. This goes back several years. He found it in an old place. It's also got Elijah Craig 12 on the tab. This thing here is so good. I was like, I missed out.
So there is a little bit of spice on the end, a little bit of pepper maybe. Like I say, the other night, at one point, I just happened to get a little bit of rye on the finish.
Right.
I haven't even sitting here. Did you? Yeah. Even sitting here tonight, I haven't gotten any rye.
I got one little touch, and I was like, yeah, there's the rye I know. Oh, boy, I got to watch that cork, too. I've been sitting there a bit.
Drop of water really didn't hurt this at all. I like it neat. I would keep it neat. Cherries, there's some cherries that just came in, and I got those the other night as well. Very nice. I'm impressed with this bottle. I like it. Now, retail on this is $130.
Oh, that's the killer, man.
But you won't find it for that.
What? More?
I've seen this twice for $2.99.
Oh, what?
Yeah, this is one of those unicorns that the bourbon enthusiasts have basically taken off of the market. I got this for $150. Close enough. I still think it's worth it. I'd buy another at $150. I like it that much.
No. So you know me, and I'm not an overindulger, I don't think. I've got ECBP stacked down here because I see it. I'm like, buying it. I mean, so just for me, and that's all I'm saying is I've got small batches, although you can always get them. They're like $24, $29. I got this 12-year. Love it.
Yep.
12 years good. Don't look at it.
The old 12. No. Okay, so 92. If you like an older bourbon, I think this is worth it. Don't get crazy. I guess it depends on how deep your pocketbook is. If you can afford $300, by all means.
Come on, though. That's not a $300 whiskey.
No. There's a lot of good whiskey out there. So
gunshot outside or something. Yeah.
I thought that was your stomach.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Scotch it. Whoa.
Nope.
No.
Patreon.
Right.
Bring it back.
Right,
$1 per quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Terrell Wagner.
Terrell, in there, middle initial, M. Wagner.
Oh, good thing you had the M.
Yes.
Terrell M. Terrell M.
Well, there's a lot of Wagners around.
Thank you, Terrell.
Thank you, Terrell.
And Bruce, I would say
Weimer.
Or
Or is it German?
Weimer.
Weimer. What if it's Weimer?
Bruce Weimer. Bruce Weimer.
Was ist los, Bruce?
Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it. Thank you. Again, go to patreon.com. You can look up Scotch Test Dummies. You'll see our page in there. You can donate, $1. You can arrange it. You can cap it, $2, $3. You can do as much or as little. So you've got the control on that. Helps us bring the show to you.
I just got the rye on the nose.
I know it's
Took
good.
a little
I do
sip
like the
and it was
rye.
there.
I like the rye in the Elijah Craig. Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Launch it. Dummies.